Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well let's learn English together. And hello again. Are you all there? Are you all sitting down? No? Why not? Come on, have a seat. Okay, so are you all sitting down now? Yes? Good. And have you all got something to drink? Yes? What is it? A cup of tea or a cup of coffee? What sort of coffee? An espresso macchiato? Or latte? Or a cappuccino? Maybe it's the sort of coffee that my parents drink. A tiny bit of coffee with buckets and buckets of hot water. The sort of coffee which tastes awful but has 432.7 times as much caffeine as a ristretto. Perhaps you're not drinking something hot. Perhaps you've got a nice cool drink beside you. Something with ice cubes in it. Maybe you've also got a snack to nibble on. Perhaps you've followed my cue and have made a ketchup sandwich. If that's the case, congratulations. This is the way forward. Okay, so you're all there and we're all here. Yes, and that means that we must be almost ready to start. All right, so you all know the drill. Eyes straight ahead, with perhaps a glance to the left or right. But that's it. Don't risk it. Don't look up. Play it safe. No looking up. All right, so we all know that it's Wednesday. And we've taken the necessary precautions, and so that must mean that we're all ready. Are we all ready? Yes? Okay. Then in that case, there's only one person missing. And she's an eel. Enid! Where are you? Here! I'm standing right behind you. Good gravy! There's no need to shout like that. I almost jumped out of my skin. Where do you think you are? At a football match? Oh, sorry. I thought you were outside or something. I didn't realize that you were already in the studio. Sorry, I hope I didn't scare you too much. Well, I'm not sure. My heart is racing so fast, I can't even think straight. I think I need a moment to catch my breath. Take your time, Enid. Take as long as you need. Is that better? Yes, it is. Yes, my pulse has returned to normal. Phew! There. I've caught my breath and I'm okay, but next time, well, let me put it this way. I'd be very obliged if you checked the studio next time before you started calling the cattle home. Calling the cattle? Ah, you mean me shouting like that? Exactly! The last time I heard someone shouting like that, I was staying with friends at their house in the country. There was a farmer who called his cows home at the sort of volume that you just demonstrated. Well, what can I say? I'm sorry, but let me apologize once more. Having a loud voice runs in my family. My dad's the same. I take after him in that respect. He's got a loud voice, and so do I. Well, in that case, remind me to never be in the same room as both of you. Okay. All right. Can we move on now? Yes. Now that we've dealt with this small problem, I think we can. Great. So, tell me, Enid, what have you been up to since we last saw you? Well, it's like this, you see. Yes, like what? I'm not sure I understand. Well, if you allowed me to finish my sentence, you might. Don't be so impatient. Just wait until I get the words out. Oh, sorry. I thought that you'd finished. Don't be silly. I don't leave half a sentence hanging in the air like some sort of cloud. No, I merely paused. I didn't stop. I paused. That was not an end to my sentence. That wasn't the end of the sentence. I was merely pausing, thinking about which word to use next. Oh, sorry. And now that you've interrupted me, I've lost the thread of what I was telling you. Where was I? You were telling us what you'd been up to since we last saw you. I asked you what you'd been doing and you were just starting to tell us. Oh, yes, I remember now. Well, I've been rather busy with Keith. Oh, yes, I was going to ask, where is Keith? Fop doodles! Would you stop interrupting me, please? Sorry, I thought, never mind what you thought. I'm trying to tell you what's been going on and you're not listening. You're not paying attention. Honestly, I don't know if I should bother telling you. Sorry, I am paying attention, Enid. Honestly, I am, but, well, you seem to be having difficulty. You seem to be struggling to find the words, and I was just trying to help, that's all. I know, and I'm sorry, dear boy. I didn't mean to snap at you. Please forgive me. Now, let me take a deep breath. And start again. You're right, by the way. I am having trouble getting this off my chest. It's been troubling me. Okay, let me start again. Do you remember what I told you about the bakery? That incident which I related? When there was that shriek. Is that the one you mean? Yes, that's the one. The incident where the young man jumped up onto the counter and started shrieking. I was so embarrassed. I had to leave immediately. Yes, I remember. There was a connection to Rupert, wasn't there? Some strange name, as I recall. Yes, Blitzenfliedensburgenstast was the surname of the young man. And that's when the penny dropped. This young man has got the same surname as Rupert. And that's why he was screaming. Exactly. Well, not screaming, shrieking. Right. So this young man, this relative of Rupert's, he was terrified at the sight of Keith. Is that it? Oh, sorry, force of habit. I mean, that's it. You've hit the nail on the head. Yes, that's exactly it. Rupert's family, both his close family and his extended family, all knew about the incident with Keith. You mean when Keith attacked Rupert and turned his face into a colander? Is that what you're referring to? Oh, fop doodles! I do wish that you'd try to be less blunt, Gav. I mean, it's all well and good you banging on about how you always call a spade, not an earth-moving implement we keep in the shed, but, well, perhaps I don't really want to be reminded of the details of, well, of that incident. Well, maybe, but really, Enid, until you do something about Keith and his psychopathic tendencies, I do feel that I have to keep reminding you in the bluntest possible manner. That's why I insist on saying what I say. Well, yes, I had figured that out, but, well, that's the point I wanted to make. That's what I was going to tell you. I have done something. Oh, I didn't know. Yes, well, what with your motor mouth, it's hardly a surprise now, is it? All right, no need to get personal, as you say. Anyway, let me tell you what I did. So, is this the reason that Keith's not with you now? Yes, but will you let me finish? Yes, of course. Tell us, Edith. Tell us all. Well, all right. So, we know that there are two problems at play here, don't we? I said, don't we? Oh, what? Am I supposed to answer you now? Yes, I asked you a question, didn't I? Yes, you're right. You did ask a question. I'm sorry. I thought that your question didn't require an answer. I thought it was a rhetorical question. Sorry. Anyway, what are the two problems here? Well, you should know one of them. You were the one who informed me about the situation with Rupert. I mean, his lack of hygiene. Oh, the fact that he stinks. Oh, you can be so blunt. Yes, that. Okay, so that's one of the problems. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me? Yes, something has to be done about this situation with Rupert, for one thing. All right, but what are you suggesting? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Well, no, not really. Well, someone needs to tell Rupert about his hygiene issues. And I thought that, you could do it. There, I've said it. Me? Why me? Well, you don't know Rupert as well as we do for a start. Exactly. Why would Rupert listen to me? I hardly know him. Well, yes. I thought that might be a good thing. I thought that he would think it strange if I or Clem or Archie said something to him, you see. Why would it be strange for one of his close friends to tell him that he smells like last week's rubbish? Well, because we've never said anything before. Oh, I get it. You lot have put this off for years, haven't you? Well, yes, but not me. I wasn't aware of it. I only found out what the problem was when you told me the other day. Yes, that's true. But Clem and Archie have known about this for years, haven't they? Well, yes, I think so. And now they think it would sound strange, suddenly telling Rupert about a problem they've known about for years. Is that it? Well, yes. It would make everyone feel uncomfortable, both Rupert and Clem and Archie and me. Yes, but, well, this is a delicate situation, isn't it? I mean, I hardly know Rupert, and now you want me to meet him and tell him to his face that he smells like a dead fish. I mean, you do see what you're asking me to do, don't you? Well, yes. I mean, this is a delicate situation. You want me to phone Rupert up out of the blue and tell him that he smells like last week's sports socks. Well, yes. Oh, God, I don't know, Enid. This seems a bit much. You're putting me into a very awkward situation here. I mean, I don't have a problem with you lot using me. That's what you're doing, isn't it? Well, that's not the problem, but I'm not convinced that this tactic will work. Oh? Well, why not? I don't know. It doesn't seem natural. The whole situation seems forced. It seems like we're introducing the topic by shoehorning it into an unrelated conversation, doesn't it? Yes, and that's what we're doing. How else could we do it? This is not a normal topic of conversation, is it? I mean, it's something that people talk about, but it's the sort of topic which people speak about behind other people's backs, not to their faces. So yes, you're right, we are shoehorning the topic into an unrelated conversation. But, well, I don't see that we can do anything else. I mean, if you've got a better suggestion, then we're all ears. Yeah, I see what you mean. Listen, I'll think about it, okay? I'm not promising anything, but I'll think about it. I'll consider it, okay? Of course. Take your time. Think about it. Think it over. There's no rush. I mean, yes, I can see your point. If someone's going to offend Rupert, then it might as well be me. I've got skin like a rhino, so if he gets upset and starts insulting me, then it's no skin off my nose. Anything he says will be like water off a duck's back. All right, I'll think about it, but let me just make one thing clear. And what's that, dear boy? It's just an observation, really. It's one thing that you didn't know about Rupert's problem. It's one thing that you didn't smell him. But Clem and Archie were very aware of the problem with Rupert's hygiene, and they ducked the problem. They knew there was a problem and they avoided it. They ignored it. And that's not a very positive thing, is it? They owe Rupert a bit more respect, I think. And now, what are they doing? Yes, they're repeating what they've done so far. They're ducking the issue. They're avoiding the problem. They're asking me to deal with a situation which has very little to do with me, all to save their embarrassment. That's not very clever, is it? No. Oh, is that the time? I'll have to rush. I'll speak to you soon, Gav. Doodaloo, pip, pip, and all that. Chitty bye. All right, well, I'm not too happy about this, but, well, I'll think it over and then I'll decide. All right, people, that's the end of Wednesday's lesson, so that means that it's time for us to leave. But don't worry. I'll see you all tomorrow and we'll continue with what we were doing. Or perhaps not. I'll decide later. Tomorrow might be a good time to check some of the vocabulary we've just seen. I don't know. I'll decide later after I've had a coffee or two. All right, people, have fun whatever you do for the rest of the day. Have fun, have fun, have fun, and put some music on. See you all tomorrow. See you later. www.mediaclick.hu. Bye!